Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Elena, for those of you who don't know. And in today's video, I thought I'll check out the overhyped Morphe matte foundation as well as their concealer. I know I am super late, like everybody have done reviewed it and have used it, probably going on their second bottle. But this is who I am. I literally purchased a makeup and I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna film a video, I'm gonna review it, and a month later, here I am. But nonetheless, it's better late than never. I am sitting down. I'm gonna go ahead and try this foundation and concealer on and tell you guys what my thoughts are, what I think about it. In general, Morphe is one of those brands that I've been using for so long. Probably one of my favorite brands out there, whether it's drugstore or high-end. Morphe has never let me down for the most part. And so I'm expecting a lot out of this foundation and the concealer. And yeah. Anyhow, before we jump into the video, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and click the subscription down below. And if you guys would like to see what this foundation and concealer can do, please give this video a huge thumbs up and let's get into the video. Alright, so I'm just finishing prepping my face. I have a moisturizer on and a primer on at this point, and I'm ready to dive into the foundation. But before we do, let's go ahead and jump into the claims. So it says a full coverage foundation, 24-hour long wear, sweat proof, transfer resistant, water resistant. It is free of oils, fragrance, and parabens, and it's great for all skin types. So the way I figured I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna use my beauty sponge, and then I also picked up their brush, M439. This one actually came out with the collection, with the foundation and the concealer. Actually, I'm not sure, it might have come out before that, but I've seen it advertised with a beauty sponge and a foundation brush. So the foundation I picked up, it is in shade F1.50. I'm gonna grab my mirror. So first, oh wow. Are you guys seeing this? Way too much foundation. I almost feel like, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spread this all over my face and then probably just go over with the sponge. I think I got way too much product. So far it looks a little ridiculous and super caked on my face. Wow, way too much. Way too much product. It is definitely full coverage. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my sponge, and it does set pretty fast, so you have to work with it really quick because I could already tell it is literally drying on my face, which I do like a fast drying foundation and a matte foundation, but it's drying way too quick for me. I have like a little cakey spot and it's like so dry now that it's hard to work with. So you definitely have to work fast, like literally, and I would suggest what you do, you'll grab a little bit of a product and finish half of your face first and do the other side next, or just in section, however you like to apply your foundation. Do not put the foundation all over your face again. It's drying down so quickly. Not bad at all. I'm actually impressed. So far I like this. Yeah, not bad, not bad. So the next step, let's go ahead and jump into the concealer. So this one in shade C1.55, and let's see what it says on it. Full coverage concealer. That's all I see. I don't see that. Okay, there we go. So it says instant full on Concealing power, blendable, multitasking formula, free of fragrance and parabens. So not much to go on, but let's see what the packaging looks like. So pretty standard. It looks a little different from their last concealer that they had originally. The packaging looks pretty nice. I don't have anything to say. I mean, very standard, like any other concealer that we have seen so far here. Let's go ahead and apply and see how this works. So far, I like the shade. I've actually been into concealers that are not as brightening as I used to, so I do appreciate this being quite close to my skin tone. And not a lot of product coming out of the bottle, so I do have to kind of grab a little bit extra product, which is okay. So I'm just gonna put some right here, some on my smile lines, some right here. And I'm just gonna let it sit for just a few minutes. And now I'm gonna go ahead and start blending this out. Okay, so far I'm loving this concealer. Very nice coverage, blends beautifully. Definitely see me using this over and over again. I think it covered up anything that needed to be covered pretty well. It's not, I mean, my under eyes are creasing, but that's just natural. I think it's nothing new. It's not doing anything major, but again, I didn't see it promising any major. It's just that it's full coverage. I'm not sure if it's a combo of the foundation and concealer put together, but I feel like my face looks pretty good. I like this. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my makeup off camera and I'll be right back. Alright, so I finished off my eyes off camera, and now that we're all said and done, I am definitely noticed the foundation is quite dry. I set my under eyes with my setting powder from Fenty Beauty. I am looking at my face now, and it's definitely a bit drying. It just looks quite matte. Do see a little bit of a dry patches. Nothing major. I still like the foundation so far, but it is definitely more of a extremely matte side. So I'm gonna go in with my bronzer, blush, and highlight, and then finish up with the lipstick, and we'll talk about the final result and what I think about this foundation. So for the bronzer, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a Butter Bronzer by Physician Formula in shade Light. Just kind of give it a little bit of a color. This light shade is definitely way too light for me, so it's not really bronzing up, but it's just kind of giving it a little sun-kissed glow on my face, so I like that as well. And what I'm going to do next, I'm going to grab a smaller, more precise bronzer brush, and I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in a medium deep. I know we all like to use our brushes a little bit different in different ways. Some like to use smaller brushes to be more precise. Some like to use bigger brushes. I kind of like the mixture of two. For some reason, I find it the best way to kind of contour my face the way I like it to look. And we're going to do a little bit of a nose contour as well. Next, I'm going to grab my beauty sponge and kind of carve out my cheekbone. and then I'm gonna let it set for a while. And now we're gonna jump into the blush. And for the blush, I've decided to use one of my favorite blushes of all time, which is this one, Morphe in Pop of Coral. It is a blush trio, and this is what it looks like. This shade is giving me almost like NARS Orgasm type of vibes. I feel like it's such a pretty sort of like corally pinky shade. I've been using this for so long now, probably for the past 2 years. I've been using this blush pretty much non-stop. So now that we're all set with a blush, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a highlight. And for today's video, I've decided to use this Revolution Makeup Revolution London Jelly Highlighter, and this one is in shade Prestigious. This is what the highlight looks like. This is one of their new ones that they recently came out with. And this is pretty much what it is. It's actually a jelly. It is so cute. So what I'm gonna do for this one, because jelly highlighters do tend to have a lot more texture than a powder highlighter on my skin personally. I'm not quite sure if it works for somebody else any different. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Morphe Setting Spray Mist and this Morphe brush in R36. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it just like that. And after I'm done spraying it, I'm gonna grab a little bit of the highlight. So I just want it to be a little more wet, if that makes sense. This is more of an everyday highlight for me personally. It is not crazy beaming. It's just so subtle on my face. I really like the way it looks, and I'm just gonna put just a little bit on the top of my nose. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this highlight on my Cupid bow. And for the lips, I'm going in with ColourPop Cosmetics lipstick in shade Appy, and it's this a sort of mauve nude shade. And because I feel like my highlight is quite settling today, it's not beaming out of this world, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a lip gloss. This one is by ColourPop Cosmetics as well, and this one is in collaboration with Alaf Sarai. This one is Ultra Glossy Lip in shade Glass Lip. I like the shade name. So I want to know, you guys, if anybody tried this foundation before, or what are your thoughts? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. You can also follow me on Instagram at Elena_D_ and just throw a comment on my last post. Just let me know what your thoughts on foundation. Did it wear out nicely? What did you like, what you didn't like about the foundation and the concealer? So far, I'm pretty impressed. Again, I feel like it's a little bit on a drier side, but I don't mind. I do see a little bit of a creasing on my smile lines already. Let me go ahead and finish off my lip gloss because I've been like sitting here for a moment, and I'll get into the depth of this foundation and concealer and what I think about this product. And last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face with my favorite Morphe Setting Spray. So I'm just gonna gently press down and sort of let the setting powder settle into my skin. Alright, you guys, I'm all done with this makeup look, and I threw on some hoops because, I mean, hoops make everything better, right? So the thoughts on the foundation. I am definitely impressed. It's making my skin look very beautiful. It does cling on to dry patches. So for somebody with more of a dry skin type, you're gonna have a real problem here, because I do see quite a few dry patches here. But again, my skin tone is a combo, and I feel like it's not that major for me. The concealer was beautiful. It had a beautiful coverage. It settled down on my face very well. I don't have any problems with the concealer. I do see a tiny crease just right here on my smile lines as well as right here. But again, a lot of the foundation does that for me. Nothing I could do about it. I have smile lines. I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna wear this one on throughout the day today just to see what it looks like. And yeah, so this is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got to see what this foundation can do for you, and you know how to apply this foundation. And if you like this video, please give this video a huge thumbs up. And again, if you have not subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe and click that little bell button down below so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And I'll see you guys into my next one.